We're going to talk about dates in FamilySearch, and a lot of this will apply to other genealogy programs also. Do not write your dates with slash marks. This means January 12th, 2019 in the United States and some other countries. It means December 1st, 2019 in Italy and other countries. But is it 2019 or is it 1919 or is it 1819? I have made all of these errors in interpreting a date with slash marks. We write the day. The month is written out in its entirety in FamilySearch. The year is 4 digits. In Ancestry, you have the day, and then the month is a 3-letter abbreviation, and then the year is 4 digits. These are the official instructions from FamilySearch. You can use words such as before, after, about, and I just recently learned from reading this page that I can use the word from. So if I know that there's a range that she was alive on a certain date and deceased on a set other day, I could say death date from, and then the beginning and the end dates that I have. 1852 is a very important year. It is when the British Empire changed from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. This person wrote an awesome blog explaining everything, and I will put this in the description because I could not do a better job than they did. But basically, before the change in 1852, most of the world changed the year January 1st, like we do now. But the British Empire changed the date in March. And so the year was written with a slash. So I used an example here, 1849/50. So if you were in the British Empire, it was 1849. But if you were anywhere else in the world, it was 1850. That slash does not mean 1849 or 1850, and it does not mean about 1849 or 1850. This is specific to these 3 months, saying, you know, if you're on the Gregorian calendar, it's 1850. If you're still on the Julian calendar, it's 1849. This is my opinion from here forward. Take it or leave it. I had a problem with Gaetano Piscopo and his wife, Maddalena Corporal. Another researcher had their birth dates 10 years different from what I was getting for my couple. And because the Italians use the same names over and over, not surprised to see 2 couples with the same names. I was positive they were not the same couple. And I got very frustrated as I was trying to add the children, and it kept pointing back to this one couple here. And then I did some digging and it was like, yeah, it really is the same couple. So this person had about 1806. The reason was estimate befitting line dates in between empty searches and probable dates, give or take. I'm not sure what they meant there. I came up with 1791, probably based on his death record or on his age on one of his children's birth records. Here I was much better. I put in my reason. The original researcher had 1811 in Moyamaco. I discovered this was a bad merge based on her age. She was 35 years old when her son Pascal was born in 1834. She would have been 11 years old when her son was born, if she was born in 1811. This date was totally wrong. If you look at the search, I would have seen 1811, Moyamaco, and that's why I kept saying, not my person, not my person. Turns out it was. My other pet peeve is basing the birth of the parents off of the age of the child. So I figure they were 20 years old when their child was born. So if I have Vincenzo, Then the parents were born 1817. That is way off. That's like 19 years off for Madalena. So I would assume that's not my person. If I had based it off her first child, I'm looking at 1794. It's in the ballpark. I might have believed it. So I don't like to estimate parents' birth dates off of children's birth dates. I need something better than that. Or yeah, you can be way off. Here, I found information about Madalena's death. I didn't have her exact death, but I knew that she was deceased when her son Vincenzo died in 1883. So I put before 1883. I've since learned that I can use from. I could say she was deceased somewhere from the last date I knew she was alive, and 1883. Haven't used it yet. Something I've learned. This is not my work, but it was the perfect example. I just love this example. I had to share it with you. Her birth, about 1796, and here's the place and the description. Birth year comes from her statement on her War of 1812 declaration of a widow for a pension that in February 1877, she was 81 years old. Birthplace comes from her obituary. Beautiful. Christening, they use the from here, from 1817 to 1837. And the reason is because her obituary said she became a member of the Brainerd Church. The mission was established in 1817. They left the country in 1937. So somewhere between when the place was established and they left is when she got christened into the church. Great work. And then the death date with a source, her obituary in the Cherokee Advocate, 23 February, 1881. This is perfection. So I hope I helped a little bit, and that's all.